What's up, internet? It's another day working in the old fish room. I think things have gone pretty well except for the camera freaking out and losing all of the footage from earlier. I don't know if the card is corrupt or what exactly happened with that, but while I trip over stuff. But let's walk around the fish room and we'll talk about some of the stuff that is done. And I guess I'm gonna have to shoot this kind of weird because I'm shooting it at my own face. So as you guys can see from that quick time lapse, I got this wall right here all painted up. This is kind of a weird color that was left over from a project that I was working on earlier this year. So, and it's not dry yet, but it's a pretty dark gray kind of color. And then that wall right over there is actually going to be this really light gray color. And then obviously as we pan around the room, you can see the rest of the room is going to be white in color. It's going to be completely white. And then I think that's going to work out pretty well because this this gray accented wall over here, that one right there, is going to be where the 240 is going to go. Right, so let me move the mic around also, and I'm still tripping over stuff. But this wall right here, where the camera stand is, so there's the gray wall, and then this will be the light gray wall, which is actually 17 feet long, which is going to be plenty of width for what we got in plan for it. So the 240 is going to go right there, and then kind of undecided on this end. I think the 180 is going to go right there. Not 100% sure yet. And then Vicky's 75 will probably be going right there. And then she had that old 110 that's going to be the reef. It's either going to go right there or right there. And then the water return is going to be, or the water return, the water drain, I guess. So when we drain the sumps and stuff, it'll actually be draining through that wall into a large container that is that's outside. And some of the stuff that's been going on, so we have the electrical is all finished, which is great. All the electrical is completely done. I'd like to say double checked, but I probably triple checked. Everything went around. I actually have water in here now. Water is plumbed and that is all ready to go. I just have to put that cover plate back on. The two coats of white is all done in here. There's just a couple of spots to touch up. Just a few things that are a little bit funky, like down here in this corner right here. I'll have to sand and retouch that portion, and where a couple of the lights are, we didn't get deep enough with our paint. So, but other than that, most everything came out pretty well, and everything is working fairly well. One of the things I wanted to hit up on was the concrete pour down here. Of course, I did not move the plastic out of the way ahead of time, so I'm gonna move it while I'm shooting the video. You can see one of the pours here. I was talking about this in an earlier video. I want this edge to be rough and kind of crappy like it is, because I'm actually going to grind this down to get it smooth, and then I'm actually going to do a skim coat over the top of it. This still hadn't cured yet. Now it's actually cured, which it being Sunday evening is not the greatest time to be pouring a skim coat up onto this. So it's going to have to wait until Monday evening, probably is going to be tomorrow when I get to doing the concrete, the rest of this pour, which is actually the fiberglass reinforced resin concrete, which will be the skim coat that goes over on top of this to smooth everything out. You can see that it's still a little bit off from here to over there, which that last coat's going to fill in some of that, but it is still going to be shallower over this way. If there's a big amount of water in here, I do want it to go and evacuate out that way. There's just nowhere for it to go back this way, but bad news. So we're gonna keep a little bit of that slope. And then over here, there still is a little bit of slope there, which a lot of that will be filled in with the skim coat just to get it level enough so that we can pop a couple of shims under the aquarium stands that are going in, and then we'll be in good shape. So otherwise, the last few things are the door and trim plates and some trim. We're going to be running some trim around the room just to give it that real nice finished feel around the base, so I can still see some of the green board in here. But that's basically where we're at right now, and then it's going to be move-in tanks, which is going to be very, very soon. So I'm going to have to try and mobilize some big muscle power dudes to come help me do that. And being down here, pretty new to the Tacoma area, I don't have a huge Rolodex of guys to call, so I may end up getting really creative with making a dolly. So that's going to be something to look forward to if that ends up happening. I might have to make some kind of wacky dolly machine that'll help us get these tanks in here. But I'm pretty stoked at this point because we are definitely in the downslope, and I'm pretty stoked as to how things are going. So always great when we get to the end of the video and it's time to talk shop. Hey guys, if you want to support this channel and stuff that's going on here, there is no GoFundMe or any of that. The easiest way to do it would be to straight donate me some money. You could just give it to me, or head over to darkstararts.com. Kind of a pain to get there, I get it. You got to type in the URL. You can look at some of my art that's on there, and while you're there, click through the Amazon banner and just head over to Amazon and buy the stuff that you would normally buy. It doesn't change the price of anything. It doesn't do anything like that. It just says that we sent you over there. Big companies thrive on people not realizing that the companies pay the advertising dollar from people being sent electronically to go buy stuff, and that is one of the big reasons why Facebook is worth $100 billion or whatever it's worth. But this is the shop portion where I tell you guys to comment, like, subscribe, and share the video, and mangle the buttons on your computer, keyboard, or your telephone device. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a fantastic week of working, and we got another one coming up. So hold on to your butts. All right. Later.